Many Magic the Gathering players ask the question, is Magic the Gathering a game that is buy to win? I had a little bit too much drink, guys. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do this video about, but it's probably gonna be something to do with the buy to win that people talk about. People talk about how unfair the game is. I hear some guys like Desolator Magic that talk about, oh, I have to spend more money than I can afford to, and in order to win a game, like in order to win at a Grand Prix or a Pro Tour, I have to spend like hundreds of dollars to make a good standard deck. Well, I'm here to tell you today that that is a bunch of bullshit, and people who try to tell you otherwise, they're just sucking your dick and jerking you off, trying to tell you otherwise, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Don't get upset if you don't have enough money to win big time in this game, okay? Because it has to do with how long you've been playing this game more than how much money do you have. Because it has nothing to do with how much money you have. It has to do with how long have you been involved in this game. And you always hear newer players complain about this. I'm not saying that I've been playing this game for a decade or two. I haven't been playing it that long. I've been playing it for like 4 years, but still, like, I don't complain about shit because honestly, I don't need to complain about it. Let's just be honest here. I'm content with being where I am at a skill level. I'm content with being where I'm at in terms of how much cards I have, or what cards I can afford, what decks I can afford to play. I'm content. You know why? Because I'm a reasonable human being. I don't fucking complain about shit. Like, oh, I don't have enough money. You don't complain about not owning a fucking private jet. It's the same thing. There's different skill levels, there's different value levels in this game, and there's different economic advantages in this game as well. Same thing. It's like, you don't complain about, oh, I don't have the shit that Donald Trump has in real life. Well, why? How come in the fucking game you're gonna complain about it then? It makes no sense. So for me, I don't give a shit about when people will say, oh, you don't have the best cards. Well, okay, I'll make it work with the cards I do have. But for the most part, I do try to get good cards. I don't complain, I just do things. Okay? That's the attitude that people need to have in this world. Not just in Magic, but just in general when it comes to our economy. Oh, you don't have something? Work for it. Oh, wow, you ever thought about that? Maybe you could work for something in your life instead of asking people for fucking handouts. And that's kind of where Magic's coming. It's coming to the point where we're getting to a bunch of people wanting free shit now. Oh, give me free shit. I want free shit now. I want all these good cards for free, or for as cheap as they possibly can be. I want them cheap as shit now. I mean, you can't have that attitude when it comes to the best cards in the game. And you always hear this. Why do we have Vintage as the format? Why do you have Vintage Legacy as the format if I can't play it? Well, there are people that play it. You're just too, selfish to understand that. There are people who have been playing this game much longer than you have. And yes, they do have cards like Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, the Moxes, Time Twister, Time Walk. They have those expensive as fuck Power 9 cards, but for some reason it blows your mind whenever you see someone with them. I mean, yeah, I get excited whenever I see a good collection of old reserve list cards, but I'm not gonna say, oh, they should make these more affordable. Honestly, just deal with it, scrub. Don't fucking complain about it. Anyway, I'll talk about the whole buy to win shit. People talk about this so often. I always hear this complaints. Number one, it's buy to win. How am I supposed to win when I have all these shitty cards and I have a shitty deck? Because I can only make like a pauper deck or something. Oh shit, I'm drunk. Yeah, I mean, you can have people making piece of shit decks and stuff, and they complain. They're like, oh, this is buy to win though, because you have good cards, you can afford more. Trust me, there are many games out there that are buy to win. And one of them I mentioned in my other video, especially with the announcement of the MMO for Magic, Trust me, if you think it's buy to win now, it'll be fucking buy to win with an MMO. Let me tell you what, son. It's gonna be buy to win as fuck with an MMO. So if you think that Magic's buy to win now, if it becomes something like World of Warcraft, or maybe not World of Warcraft, I mean League of Legends, which I know people are going to jump up my ass. League of Legends isn't an MMO. Everyone who plays League, they tell you that. They make sure that they tell you that it's not an MMO, it's a MOBA. First of all, fuck you. To me, it's an MMO. If it's a massive online multiplayer game, it's a fucking MMO. I don't give a shit. Oh, but it's a battle arena. It's an arena game. Fuck. No, it's an MMO to me. I don't give a shit. MOBA, MMO, who the fuck cares? Honestly, those games are more buy to win than Magic ever could be, but they're buy to win with the fewest incentives possible. Meaning, what's your incentive for League of Legends? Oh, I can play. I have all the good champions now, and I'm super good at the game now. With Magic, if you buy to win, you not only do you have a better chance of competing in formats and having better decks, but chances are you have a lot of good cards that you can sell at any point you don't want to play the fucking game anymore. Go on Craigslist or any outlet on the internet, and you can fucking sell your shit pretty easy because you have that flexibility of, yeah, I have tangible things. I'm not just dicking around with cards that, or I'm not just dicking around with like these champions on League of Legends that there are people who do sell their accounts, their League of Legends accounts, for like, a couple $100s and stuff. But it's, I mean, who the hell is going to actually buy it when it's the experience of playing the game? Because again, like, I don't give a fuck about buying shit in video games. I'm sorry. I'm like one of the last people to actually play DLCs. Like, people always talk about awesome DLCs. Oh, Steve, have you played the fucking Red Dead Redemption DLC? And I say to them, like, no, I don't play DLCs. Well, why not? Well, because I already paid $60 for the fucking video game. You're telling me you're going to make me pay more for the additional content? What the fuck's the incentive to actually pay $60 when they're going to make you pay at least twice that much for even more content? They're just making more money for the fucking developers, and they're a bunch of assholes. But honestly, especially when it comes to games like League of Legends, where they put absolutely little to no fucking effort into the game, and I'm not kidding, I don't play League that much. I played it for like a week and I gave up. You know why? Because you literally have to buy to get anywhere in that game. The only way that you can get anywhere without having to pay any money is to spend like literally just months in actual time, not taking any breaks, and actually just spend months just grinding out games. And you can't even play ranked matches early on too. That's the other bullshit. They keep you from playing ranked matches when you're a certain level, because I don't know why. They give you more experience for ranked matches. So apparently they limit that to the players who they've reached like level 50. I think that's the level you have to reach to play ranked in League. It's a bunch of bullshit too. I mean, people don't understand this. So you have all these like naive little kids that want to join League of Legends. There was a kid on the news. I was just watching this. I think it was like Dateline or something. I don't fucking know. But he killed his fucking parents, and he spent so much of his days just like playing League of Legends, grinding away. In addition, he did smoke weed and he did take other drugs. But I mean, honestly, it goes to show the type of people that play League of Legends. They're gonna go on a fucking like killing spree, kill their parents, their brothers and sisters, and slaughter schools. And honestly, you don't want to be involved with anybody that plays League of Legends, because they're miserable as hell too. The only reason why people I know that play League of Legends, because they can't get out. They've invested too much of their time and money into it. They're pretty much forced to play it. So honestly, is Magic the Gathering buy to win? Yeah, to a degree. I'm willing to admit that. But you have more to get out of it. You have way more that you can get out of it. There's a lot more fun to be had. You get to have something tangible that you can turn around and sell. Paper Magic's always going to have a value. Again, you could try to sell shit on MTGO, but it's a lot more difficult. There's not as much of a market for that as there is for the Paper Magic. You could just go to your local game store. If they won't buy it, you could find someone else in the game store, or someone else in the community to buy it from you. It's not that difficult. But yeah, and there are cheaper formats. There is Pauper. Commander's not too expensive. I mean, honestly, if you look at the most expensive Commander decks, then yeah, it's gonna match Legacy and Vintage, but really not by that much. You can make an extremely competitive Commander deck for like under $1,000 at least, which to some people that surprises them. But when you think about the most expensive Vintage decks, it's like we're talking 15 grand at least. So it's just ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, people are going to complain about Vintage and Legacy and say it's too expensive, it's buy to win. Well, no shit, it's buy to win. When the price to enter into those formats at a competitive level is super fucking expensive and you're spending thousands of dollars to make these decks, yeah, it's going to be buy to win. I don't want to hear all this bullshit like, oh, you can make a good competitive budget deck. Well, let's see it then. Don't just say shit, back it up with facts. Make your own deck techs. I don't want to hear the bullshit about, oh, well, you can play on a budget and compete. And, I only spent $50 on my Legacy. First of all, you're fucking lying, because no Legacy deck can be made for $50 on a budget. You're just lying to me. Maybe for, like, Pauper, but no. I mean, yeah, but things are going to be expensive in Magic the Gathering. It's been around for a while. There's a decent market for it. It is, like, one of the premier card games, trading card games. And, yeah, it demands a high price. People are, they want to see these awesome things. These awesome cards, and people want to play these awesome decks. And if you don't like it, you can suck a dick, scrub, and get better. I always get that complaint though. People always come up to me and say, "You have all these awesome cards. I have nothing to trade for you." This is another thing too that really fucking pisses me off, because I know so many people that do this. They'll constantly come up to me and say, "Hey, you got trades? Do you have any trades in your binder for me?" I'm like, maybe. Do you have anything new in your binder? Oh, wow, you still have the same bullshit bulk rares that nobody wants. And you want all this shit from my binder, and you pull it out of the sleeves and shit. You pull it out and you're like, I wanted this card. I wanted your Crucible of Worlds. I wanted your Doubling Season. And what do you have for me? Oh, a bunch of bullshit. You have all these bulk rares that nobody wants anymore. From like fucking Khans of Tarkir and Born of the Gods. Like, I don't care. Why would you even do that to me? Do you think I'm that fucking stupid to where I would actually give you good value cards for just shitty bulk rares? That's the scrub mentality too. The people, they always want to get the most for as little as possible. And you have the people that will put as little as possible into their trade binders for the sheer fact that they want to screw somebody out of a good deal. So yeah, I mean, I can understand that it's buy to win when so much emphasis on the game is around the financial aspect. I can understand that, but at the same time, it is, I mean, if you try and you put in your good effort into this game like anything else in life, you will get the most out of it in return. It's as simple as that. If you give a shit about it, you're going to get a good result out of it. Oh, I failed to mention this before. I just started playing BioShock in the background. I started playing this game. I ran out of time in like Left 4 Dead 2. I didn't feel like getting the DLC, so I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll play BioShock, another old game I used to play back in the day. By back in the day, I mean 10 years ago. Awesome game. Just simple shit. Let me know if you guys like me playing these types of games, or I'll play other games too. Within reason. I'm not gonna go out and buy brand new games. I have that much money. But yeah. If you like my videos, please show me some support if you haven't already. I appreciate the guys that do support me. Thank you for your likes, your dislikes, your comments, your constructive criticism, anything like that. I appreciate it. I'm a reasonable human being. I know I show a lot of criticism, but of other people and other bullshit with scrubs, but I do really appreciate like any feedback or support you guys can give me. It means the world to me, and I'll continue to get good video games in the background, and I try to sober up for other games, but it is what it is. Not much you can do about being a sober except for sobering up. So thanks for watching this video, guys.